Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, episode 65, Spending Cats. So for those that are not familiar with Kenshi, the reason why I like a specific type of bag is bags have their own stats. So a small thieves backpack does not slow you down, does not make you attack any slower, does not ruin your dodge or stealth. There's a lot of bags in this game that, or almost all other bags in the game, have some sort of penalty. So wooden backpacks will make you attack and dodge and stealth more poorly, and even lower your combat skills. This giant backpack here does the same thing, even to a grander degree. This large bag that King usually wears basically makes him almost not able to dodge, and really ruins that combat skill bonus. So almost all bags in the game have some sort of malice to them, some sort of negative effect, and it's really only these small thieves bags and the large thieves bags negative effect aren't that great. They're pretty manageable. So those are the bags that I tend to wear. Wooden backpacks are probably flammable too. Yeah, and they smell. They're always full of meat. Beak meat too, not the good kind. Not prime meat. Beak meat. It's the worst. Kepler, thank you for the follow. Welcome. You are one of my favorite satellites. Planet Finder Pro. If I was the head of NASA, I would give my satellites really nerdy names. Not like, oh, the web satellite. It'd be like the I Spybot or something. I'd make them really lame. Hubble? Who needs Hubble? Call it the Space Master 5000. That gets people's attention. Hubble? Yeah, no, not so much attention. Any arms for me? Nope. Not even any good bags. Some maps. I don't need maps to Holy Mines. A lost library, however, that's a different matter. So let me hoover up the lost library. I mean, these Holy Mine maps are... Did it make me buy 2 of them? That would hurt my feelings, but they're not that expensive, so I'll just buy them. Island Lab? Sure. Give me that. And that's all their maps. Alright, let's learn. Let's learn me some locations. So, the Lost Library is... south of Vane. Obviously, I was here in Shun. I decided not to go through Iraq to get to south of Vane, but there is a, there's a bunch of libraries here, or some libraries here there as well. The Holy Mines is, well, something we're going to liberate. So here's the Holy Mine spots that we just found. One next to Mongrel, which I don't even think is occupied. And then the Island Lab, which is going to be way down here at Fishman Island. So that's a, that's like a tech lab. Let's check into the ranger shop. It's possible that we find a crossbow. Wouldn't hurt. Or at least bolts. The very, very least. Also, King needs some food, yeah. So here are what spring bats look like. Spring bats, versus rangers. I wish there was like a... Oh yeah, here we go. High to high. So a ranger is 32 to 48. A spring bat is 52 to 80. A ranger has a reload time of 2.4 to 4.2. And this is 3.9 to 7.2. So it reloads slower. Its range is very, very short. It's a 49 meter range, whereas a ranger is 72. But the kicker here is it has full blood loss, and it fires. Although the reload time looks high, it fires rather fast for what it is. But it's not. They only had lower quality grade. I wouldn't really want to buy high. I'd want better than that. see. Blueprints. Wish it was easier to, like, look at blueprints here. Having them be, like, a tiny one-by-one object that are really hard to interact with is, was maybe not the greatest design idea. But I didn't see any blueprints there. So let's head over to the bar, pick up a little bit of food so King don't starve. And then go to Black Scratch. It also would be a good idea, while we're waiting on doing some shopping, to investigate some additional chain armor crafting bench, because I don't believe I have one of these. Don't be fussy. Come on. It's gonna be like that, ain't it? And then a sheet fabricator. So just like how armor, the armor plates get fabricated, this is a pretty similar process. So let's do a ceiling lamp. So you take steel bars and you turn steel bars, or iron, you take steel bars and turn them into chainmail, and then the chainmail into actual armor. Arrow making bench, maybe, I don't know, we'll see if I'll invest in that if, like, I feel like it's very challenging for her to source her own material, which, you know, might be the case, but it hasn't been yet. Also, that's a skew, isn't it? Is that gonna kill you all? Yeah, whatever. Everything's a skew in here. Square buildings don't exist. I guess storm houses are squarish. So here you can see steel bars become chainmail sheets, and then chainmail sheets become the actual armor. So chainmail is some of the most complex armor to make because it goes through a lot of processing. You start off with iron ore becomes iron plates becomes steel bars become chainmail sheets, and then chainmail sheets finally become the actual armor paired with fabrics. So it's kind of a long list. And then here we have blackened chainmail, that armor, that blueprint that I grabbed. And then the plated drifter leather pants that I guess I just had left over. Do we have bandits demanding things? Bandit demands. Yeah, they're gonna show up sometime soon. I don't know where they are, but we'll murder them when they show. It'd be nice if buildings snapped. Yeah, what is this, Factorio? I know. It's remarkably interesting how complex the crafting chains are for what is a game like this, right? It's, it has some depth. I mean, I'm not going to say it has a ton of depth, but it has some depth. Oh, we have another Masterwork turtleneck. Glitch. You have a shoddy shirt, so yeah, that's a bit of an improvement. Just a little bit. And let's go through your roster and mark you down. At some point, I'll probably want chainmail on everybody, but it's going to be a while. So for now, I'm going to say that the turtlenecks are what we're aiming for. And then once everybody has the carry weight of being able to wear all the turtlenecks, plus, given the expense of making chainmail, I highly advise you not to make chainmail until you guarantee masterwork, because there is so much resource production required to go into chainmail that to make anything but masterwork is gonna not be great. Oh, good. Acid. I look over and you're swimming in an acid pool. You know, you're fast, but not up here. He's slowly melting away. I guess I have to control him a little bit. You made a costume chain shirt out of key rings? Took forever? Oh, I can't imagine how your fingers felt after that. No, thanks. Alright, Tech 6 just hit. So with Tech 6, what do we got? We got some additional industry and smithing stuff, like Edge Walkers, which is the highest weapon grade, but it requires 4 AI cores, of which I have 1. So that's not something we're going to get anytime soon. But if we do take a look here, so show research, I can get weapon grade 4, which is better. It will allow us to push our grades up to Mark 2 with a crit of Mark 3. Mark 3 is not bad. So I'm going to finish up the weapon grades 3 and then have you vote on what else to do. Bandit demands arrived. Oh, have they? Oh, there's just not enough of you. You guys are squishy and cute. One of them glitched in through the fence, and that one's being batted around like a cat and yarn. And then all the others are just dead in a jiggly pile here. You can quote me on that. Jiggly pile. That's what they look like. So weapon grades 3 will be researched in 2 hours, and that should allow Glitch to kick up his quality. So let me click on Glitch. Where are you? This mess of people. His weaponsmithing allows for up to Edge 2. So yes, he will, as soon as I unlock the next tech, he'll be immediately taking advantage of that. Because he can make good enough weapons that if I had Edgewalker researched, he would be making some Edgewalker level weapons, which is ridiculously strong. That's another thing about Kenshi. The armor that you can make is as good as the armor that you can buy. The weapons that you can make are never as good as the weapons that you can buy, but they're pretty dang close. They're like 90% of the way there. So, a good comparison would be if we're thinking of RimWorld. You can't make Persona monoswords, for instance, but you can make like long swords and that kind of stuff at legendary quality that are pretty close to Persona monoswords. No, that's the bad comparison, but you know, as good as it's going to get for you. All right, so there's weapon grades 3. Let me click back over so that I don't have idle tech time. So I guess my question is, how many books do we have left? We have a bunch of books. Yeah. I could go weapon 4, weapon 5 to be able to crit make Edge 1. I'm going to ask you if that's what you want here. Should I spend the books for Edge or grades 4 and 5? If not, I can save up for other things. I'll pull the rest of the possible list. Ooh, puppy treats. Here, dude. He looks so excited. You just made a little man's day. All right, so here's the Great Library. It's 5 in the morning, so it's not open yet. We got the farm shop, the tech hunter shop. Oh, sorry. The bar. Some houses. Is this Fallout 1? Not quite. Oh, the ranger shop just opened. Let me buy some bolts if I can. I hope it's open, because otherwise I'm like trespassing and they're gonna get real pissed. Oh wow, they have a lot of bolt regulars. Okay, that's more than I even want to buy. Alright, library. Come on, open up. All right, looks like Yays are gonna win. So I know it's a little early to call this one, but I'm just gonna queue this up. Make ourselves some super good weapons. Because as soon as people start hitting 40 dex, which I think people like Poetic are pretty close. Yep, 38. Sharp Point 36. As soon as people start hitting 40, I could start hooking them up with their class weapons. Now, for Poetic, it's going to be his fists. But, yeah, I think Poetic, you have the highest dex out of all of us. Yeah, you do. You have, like, no strength, but your dex training has been going well, young Padawan. Alright, so I queued that up. For the remaining books that we have 10 more. So there's going to be other options for me to pull on, like meds or industry or even farming. So I'll ask you after this, after the weapon grades are done. Yeah, Poetic, if you want to start martial artists now, I'm happy to do that. So I'm mostly here to see buying some maps to labs and libraries. I don't really care about Ashland's Dome. Plus that thing cost 10k, so it's a pass. I am sort of curious if I could find regular not chain shirts, regular chainmail. Oh yeah, here it is. 20k? Oh, I don't know. I think the blackened is better, right? So I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's go buy the bags. So that's the travel shop. That was over here. So the ancient labs that I just unlocked would be in the Floodlands, the Lost Library, way up north in Darkfinger, and then the old treasure map of the infested labs here in the swamps. So here's the Thieves' backpacks that are larger than these small ones, but they still don't really have significant enough combat penalties to not be used, right? These are pretty good. So these are the small ones that have literally no penalties whatsoever, and this one only has a -2 skills bonus, which is really not that big of a deal. So for the moment, for now, I'm not going to be picky. Backpacks are backpacks. I have been hurting for backpacks, so I don't really care if it's the meta ideal bags or the not meta ideal bags. They're my bags now. Here's another library. And yeah, I know the locations of everything else. Cool. Let me buy these. Good meals. Okay, so this Lost Library is way up north on Leviathan Coast. And that was the only map I bought, right? Cool. So King comes back, and then we're going to go on an adventure. I don't know what adventure it will be, but you guys will be deciding. So, what to do when King gets home? Attack an enemy faction. Head to ancient labs. Head to a tech lab. Or a viewer submitted idea. What do you guys feel? You know, I actually have enough money for the regular chainmail blueprint. So before I make... You know, before I fully leave, let me just pick that up at the library. In case I want it. I got the money for it. Oh, I could also possibly get green fruit. How much green fruit would I need for it to matter, though? 10? Oh, that's not that bad. There it is. Done. Now I can show you like a... And they don't have it. Oh, there they have a green fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. All right, selling the dried meat. 10. Oh, boy. Neat. All right, so 5 bags, whole bunch of bolts, whole bunch of green fruit. Will he eat them? No, they're not even edible. You have to cook them. Think like raw eggplant, because they kind of look like eggplants a little bit. Squash or eggplants, you don't eat them raw. So much like rice, you don't eat raw rice or raw wheat unless you're an animal. And Kang ain't no animal. Well, he is when he has a blade in his hand and enemies in his eye, but not that kind of animal. Weapons grade just got researched, I think. Yep. So we should start to see Mark II weapons coming out. And Cowley. Alright, no more sleeping bags. Dude, no more sleeping bags. All of my fabrics have been going to sleeping bags, which is why I don't have a lot of fabrics left over for weaponsmithing. So that should be the last of his cat 3 weapons that he ever makes. Hopefully. Alright. What enemy faction to attack? I'm going to include some of the ones that are most relevant to us that have been messing with us. So, we could go to the Black Dragons. We could go to the Red Sabers. Both of them have attacked our base, so it makes sense. We could go to the Band of Bones. I think it makes most sense. Now, we're Shek, we're honorable, we're noble. I think we're going to end up attacking all gang bosses and enemy factions eventually. But I think we should probably start on one of these 3 groups, because they have been the most relevant to our... What are you doing, dude? I told him to run home, so he runs into a clothing shop. Okay. So yeah, between those 3, who do you think is the most annoying? Is I guess what I'm trying to ask. Because obviously, I could fill this list up with like 100 factions. If you take a look at our faction relation, there's Berserkers, there's Band of Bones, there's Black Dragons, there's Cannibals, obviously. Not that they've been bothering us at all. We already dealt with the Dust Bandits. Grass Pirates, I guess I could have included. They've kind of messed with us a little bit in the swamp, but like kind of indirectly. They just chase us a bit, but they haven't actually landed anything. Sworn enemies of our faction would be Crawl's Chosen and Beta Bones and wherever the rest of them are. The Berserkers with Ghost. So there's like 3 sworn splinter factions of the Shek. But Black Dragons, I would say, are the ones showing up and stealing our food the most. I would include the Dust Bandits, but we already kicked their butts, so they don't really exist anymore. And I'm going to put a timer on that. Alright, so weapons grade 5 just got done. So once the timer's up, I can ask about additional research. What you doing? You're probably right not even to finish that. So let's do Mark III katanas. But it seems to me like we are completely flat out of fabrics. Anyone here need a shirt? Yeah. Alright, Fang does. Yeah, we're completely out of fabrics. Am I also... Tora, why aren't you working? It's not out of resources. I'm literally staring at raw iron, dude. I might be in for a... Okay. He magically has found now iron that he said he didn't have it a minute ago. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, plus there's a box with 23 iron, so... Methinks he lies a little bit. I might need to add additional hemp farms, but I think I'm out of hemp only because I made, like, a ton of, sleeping bags. And that killed my hemp amount. Because if you take a look at the, a sleeping bag costs 8 fabrics, and I made 19, or 9 sleeping bags there, and then, like, 20 other sleeping bags. So my guess is I ran out of fabrics only because I sewed them all into sleeping bags. Not that I actually need to add to my fabric production. I think my fabric production is just fine. It's just I stressed it. Alright, Black Dragon it is. So once King's home, we'll hit up the dragons. Head to the Black Dragon HQ. So, in terms of other research to do, I could get automatic loom, or no, I don't want that, because I'm already doing that with hemp. I could do electrics, although what I will say about my power grid right now is it doesn't really need additional electrics. I could do automatic flour grinding. I'm not sure if that's my bottleneck, but maybe it is. Are you guys even working? No, I guess there's nothing to harvest right now, so yeah, they're fine. All these farms are about to hit. So yeah, automatic flour grinding. That's another option. Industry in general could be another option. In terms of smithing, there's advanced meds, I'm just going to call it, sum it up together, and that would be what left to research that is currently available to me. So go ahead and vote on that while King makes his way home through the lasers. Oh, he dodged it. That was close. And through all the thrall. I'm in thrall country here. Okay, maybe I don't want to watch him as he walks, because it's having to cause loading zones over and over and over. So I got steel bars, because I know steel bars are going to be a major component required for basically every high-tier weapon and armor that we want to make. So I'll just purchase that preemptively. Why do I have a red enemy dot in my base still? Someone at my gate? Oh yeah, you guys. Here, let me start cremating you. There you go, Ruka. Alright, we got all these backpacks. Rockfin has a small one. He gets to keep the small one, I guess. What I will do is let's immediately set up that vegetable farm. Oh god, this is a terrible environment for vegetable farms. For green fruit. Arid sucks for it? Yeah. Oh well. Fertility. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a lot of green fruit unless we do hydroponics. But hydroponics is just a very expensive tech to do, considering you can spend that on, you could spend it instead on Edgewalker and things that are, you know, better. So we'll start a little green fruit farm, but it's going to be pretty dismal benefit. It said that the crop yield was low because green fruit, the vegetable farms like to be planted elsewhere. Also, what's with the fences? It's like the fence mod just like uninstalled itself. It's very strange. All right, headshot, you're gonna get one of these small backpacks as well because you have to carry a lot of stuff typically. Bolts and the like, and that will help. There. So it's kind of like a bolt bag for her. Fence upgrades as you tier up farms. Well, this is a result of a mod, not it's not like that. Alright, King, let's give the rest of the backpacks to people that can carry. So it's most important that the people that are like, she looks scary now, does she? Oh yeah, she kind of does. It's most important to give the bags to the people that are the strongest so they can carry more. So I'm trying to, I know I'm like picking on the uniques here, not actual player characters, but the uniques start with more higher stats. Hold up, Rain. Alright, there's Rain's. We'll do Orin as well. Eventually everybody's gonna get one. But it will certainly be a while. Orin. And then I'll just go through and whoever has high strength. I don't know who it will be. So 17 for Case. 22 for Turda. I guess it will be Turda. Turda, you get a bag. I didn't check everybody, but 22 is a pretty good amount of strength. Alright, there we are. So, we handed that all out. Let me put my wooden backpack away. Shouldn't she get the large one because the melee ones... Well, she does sometimes have to melee when I'm not paying enough attention, so... Although you're right, she could get a large one. She's not very strong, so I can't fill it anyway. Because if you take a look at Headshot's strength, she only has 8 strength, right? So she's already encumbered and slow. So a larger bag would just do her dirty, I guess is what you could say. Hey, there's a bounty on your head. One of your heads. I don't know. This one, the Shek one, is the dust boss. Was the dust boss. I don't think he's gonna survive. What are you doing? You're running all the way out here for a pack beast? Wait. If this is a pack beast, it probably has a lot of loot. I am correct. I am very correct. So this isn't really our stuff. No, rules are rules. I'm gonna cremate it. It's not my stuff to loot. One of the rules of this series is we take the loot that we win through combat. I did not kill that pack beast, so it ain't my stuff to loot. Should I return it to its rightful owner? Yes, but is that even possible? No, it's not. So we did just research. Steel bars. I need this to be bench 6 for better steel bars. So let's increase this bench level. For me to do that out of an abundance of paranoia, as I always say. I'm going to pack up the contents, because I would be mortified if I deleted an AI core. And upgrade. Just grab the food? Nah. That's a slippery slope. Skyra. That's a slippery slope. I'm just going to burn it. Out of respect. Because nomads are our allies. And I'm not going to profit off their deaths. Oh, here's an interesting matchup. This is a tech hunter. No, this is a... Yeah, this is... Okay, it's not even attacking. Tech hunters tend to be, when they're wandering solo, they tend to be pretty tough. They can be some of the toughest solo wanderers that you see out there. And I thought that beak thing was going to fight it. But then the beak thing was like, yep, nope. I know how this ends. Gonna pull the plug on that. You stop taking stuff out of the tech bench when you upgrade and you've yet to lose anything? Yeah. I'm not saying I'm going to lose stuff. I'm just saying I'm going to be cautious. I don't think anyone's going to insult me for wanting to be cautious, right? I have lost stuff before. And when you're streaming and you have to save scum, it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, it kind of sucks, so I'm gonna avoid that as much as I can. Alright, so here's the new vegetable farm. Put it in the priority so it actually gets watered. And Repo, thank you for the resub. So, where is Glitch? That's a good question. What? Oh, you're grabbing steel bars. Yeah, okay. I kind of wanted to see like a nice blade coming off the production line before I headed out, but it just hasn't happened yet. Oh, but there is a mast helmet. Okay, yep, that's what I'm about. Hey, headshot. To do a side-by-side, we've gone from 32 blunt to 51, cut resistance 49 to cut resistance 73, harpoon from 53 to 85. That's a nice helmet. Thank you, Tora. Let's take that out of the repeat queue. We don't need 2 of those, ever. Don't forget to make a place to put the green fruit. That's a good point. This costs 1 building material. I'll have Mike do it. Oh, they all grab building materials. I hate when they do that. Especially when you don't have ditch on. Now I have just a bunch of guys that have building materials on them. Alright, there we go. Research bench all the way up. Up to the top. I have so many of these books I need to just sell. I also don't think it's all that reasonable to carry around my old arm anymore. I'm going to free that from space. So, let's see. We've got the ability to research. I guess, should I spend the AI core? So there's some things to save up for, like Edgewalkers, which is the top tier weapon crafting. But if I spend it now, what that means is I either do automated mining technology or hydroponics. Those are the 2 things that I could spend it on right now, or I could save it. And then I'll have you vote on the other things that all the book things that I can research right now too, in just a second. So going through my roster, because I know that I'm going to go to war soon, let me make a little bit of effort to put all these plates that I have away so that when it comes time... Oh man, Rain. You are wheatful. And Oren looted one of those big things out there and has no room at all. Black Hex, thanks for the resub. How's it going? Alright, so Igovan is now working on the fabrics for us. We're starting to get a surplus of fabrics again. It takes a long time to make a blade, which requires fabrics. So as long as we're not, as I was saying, as long as we're not sewing it immediately into sleeping bags, it's really not that much of a problem. It's not something that is in high demand. I'm doing pretty well, dude. Doing pretty well. Feeling much better than I have in the last few days, so I'm on the mend, I think. Oh, another turtleneck. So let's find someone that needs it. Greaser needs it. Greaser has some sort of ridiculously low quality one. But as far as a high... Oh, no, we actually do have need for specialist white plate jackets. So all this stuff is to be sold. So before I... we're not going to spend the Ichor. So that's fine. One last question for you all before I leave, which is how to spend the books. Medical, industry, or electrics, or flour grinding. There you go. And then King is going to make a quick vending run, selling the weapons we don't need. I think a Mark 1 blade probably can still find an owner, though. Yeah, alright, Els can go for that. Come on, Els, where are you? Here he is. Okay. And probably some electrical components, I imagine. Yep. Oh, yes. We are absolutely full of those. Electrical components, if you're just trying to, like, grind something simple that doesn't require a lot of resource chains, that makes good money and it doesn't weigh all that much. A lot of people need turtlenecks. There's still probably 5 or 6 in the community that don't have turtlenecks. It's just, it takes so long to manufacture that it's going to be a while until we have enough for everybody. But as part of the rules, we don't have a caste system as in our society, so we don't leave crafters behind because they're crafters. Everybody fights. Even people with unique and special skills, they fight. And, you know, die on rare occasion, which set us back a bit. So I haven't upgraded the steel bar smithy yet. I unlocked the tech, but I just haven't done it. But I'll get that done in just a minute. If the border zone ever loads. Oh, another thing I wanted to check is, how is our food? Because I know I bought a whole lot of the ration packs. Oh, our food is real good. We ate most of the ration packs, but our food is up. Definitely up. Those ration packs help to stretch our calories out. Because there's always the opportunity of buying some more food. Which I will likely take. Okay, I think we're good here. There's more bolt regulars, but I already have more than I can even carry with headshots, so we don't need to be shopping for that. Yeah, there's also probably a ton of people with partial ration packs in their inventory, and yeah, that's exactly true. Most people here tend to have partial ration packs squirreled away in their inventories because they grab it, but it's way more than you need to eat at once. It's like llama spread, and and then you just keep it. Unless you're Samwise. Oh, hi. Hi. Yep. Hello. That's a pop. Bye-bye, gate. Oh, wait, some of you just ran through the closed gate? Excuse me? Excuse me? That's not fair. I turned jobs off so that we could just start stomping them. Yeah, the Dust Boss, I think, is still dying at her gate. It's not the Dust King, so I don't much care. Their bosses are a dime a dozen. Yeah, he's playing dead, actually. He's still alive, but he doesn't really have an arm or a leg. These little hungry bandits are not good for training anymore. We whoop them so quickly. Like, Glitch is out here alone, murdering like 5 of them, and he's been hit maybe twice. You know, they're just so below our power level that it's the RPG equivalent of 1 XP, 1 XP, 1 XP. Just not really worth the trouble. So Kang's home. I really did want to... Oh, please walk in the door. I really did want to get at least the first blade out of Glitch before we headed off. It's just a thing, a bit of pride. So... let me see if I can't quickly heal Glitch up. You guys also said invest in industry and a little bit of everything. So let's see. I am going to do steel bars 3 because I think we're going to need it. And at some point it might be good to get iron plates and ore drill, but automated mining tech really does help out. And then we're going to go for medicine and splits because it really is not expensive. And then let's save the last 3 books. I would say. So Glitch, how close are you? Oh, he's almost done. All right, we're gonna do 1 blade before we go, just to show the big jump in quality from all that research books that we've looted. And Mr. Kang. I should turn ditch items back on and fill that metacrate, but whatever, we'll do the hard way. Did I not keep a bag for Kang? I guess it's fine. He's kind of my bone dog. I don't, maybe he's a little offended by that designation, but I do think it's pretty fair. Alright, Glitch, how's that blade? And we have another Masterwork helmet. Glitch, you want it? Here. You get the Masterwork helmet. And what I ask of you, let me finish this poll, is that you give me a Masterwork blade. Well, there's no such thing as a Masterwork blade, so that's not a promise you can keep. Whoops. Alright, he's done with it. It's Mark III. So if you take a look at the difference here, you get to keep it, because honestly, that's the best quality. This is, this blade is higher quality than the ring saber that the Dust King had. The ring saber that the Dust King had, if I recall, was a Mark II. So we're now reliably crafting better than even that weapon. So I'm going to have Glitch keep his prized weapon that he just made. And the future ones will have to get handed out to the crew. And then Shona, you're going to take his old blade, because you've got one of those Cat 3 blades. So if you take a look at the... Oh, what are we shooting at? Not each other, I hope. So if we take a look at the jump here, we go from a 0.98 up to a 1.32. So it's like a 30% jump in quality. It's pretty good. He needs a lantern? Oh, I know. I know. So let's pack this up. Jobs are off. Everybody gather around. I don't really need to worry about everybody being 100%. But just make sure I don't have any grievous wounds or anything like that. And I don't see that anyone's all that hurt, which is good. Then let's check their inventories, make sure that they are not, like L's, have a whole giant bag of ore in their butt. Please put your ore away. And Shona 2. Oh, Shona, you shouldn't even have that backpack. You were removing the meat for me for like 10 seconds and I forgot to put it away. Here, you go inside so I can actually see where I'm putting the thing away. One of the advantages of leaving your, like, chests outdoors is it makes it much easier to interact with. But if it's indoors, it's actually protected. I guess the perfect middle ground would be indoors, but, like, on the roof so that you have access to it. But I just haven't done that. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 23rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to stay in touch and get notifications about content, Discord's the place to be. A link can be found at Rhadamant.com or the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you for supporting the channel. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, my fellow Shek.